This is the OTB Television Network, a service of Capital District Off-Track Betting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. 14 races to bring you, including two big 3-year-old races. Going to kick off the action, though, down at Tampa Bay Downs, and annually one of the few 1 mile and 40 yards distance for a stakes race on the calendar. This is the Suncoast Stakes for 3-year-old fillies at Tampa. Manuka Honey, even money.
She steps in. We have 9 going postward in the 33rd running of the Suncoast. And they're off. Cotton Picket missed the break. Manuka Honey, the favorite, is away in good order. Up on the outside, put it in my pocket, now moves up. Caroline on My Mind is there toward the rail. Tsunami Wave is pinched back in tight quarters, and the early trailer. Along the rail is Leah's Exchange. Around the clubhouse turn they go. Manuka Honey racing well out from the inner rail and has the lead now by a length and a half. Wild About Irene on the stretch out. Moves up now to be second, Tsunami Wave. The Gray Filly tucked in toward the rail third. Cindy's Casino with clear racing room on the outside fourth. She's being joined by Put in My Pocket on the outside fifth. Carolina on My Mind, looking for 2 straight, is now sixth. Cotton Pickin' after the bad start racing seventh. Then it's a gap of 5 lengths to Leah's Exchange, and far back and well beaten is Cara Cuesta. That's the 9 of them. Still a half mile to run. Manuka Honey and Edgar Prado take them along on the lead, 3 parts of length. Tsunami Wave and Serpa lets out a notch, and she moves up to challenge second. Wild About Irene is running a game race on the outside third. Cindy's Casino. Fernando de la Cruz sets her down for the drive fourth. Caroline on My Mind is now fifth as they approach the quarter-mile pole. Manuka Honey, being confidently handled up front, is still the leader. Wild About Irene is racing second. Cindy's Casino is under an all-out ride now to be third. Up on the outside, Cotton Pickin' moves wide for the drive fourth, but Manuka Honey, Prado pushes the button, and now she's spinning clear and has the lead by 3. Cindy's Casino on the outside. Wild About Irene, but down to the wire. Manuka Honey in a runaway. Wild About Irene at 25-1 with a huge effort for second. Cindy's Casino, no excuses, flattens out third, and Cotton Pickin' a credible fourth. Running time on the board, 1:41.75. Track is timed.
And Edgar Prado, who is in very good form himself, puts Manuka Honey on the front for John Terranova. Draws off to win by an easy 7 1/4 length, returning $4 to her backers. Wild About Irene second, and Sydney's Casino finishes third as second choice in this year's Suncoast. On to the turf for fillies and mares, going about 1 mile and an eighth in the Hillsborough Stakes. Old Tune, 3-2.
They're at the post for the Hillsborough. They're off and running for the 1 mile and 1/8 distance. Up between horses, Mystical Star breaks for the lead from the outside, and there goes Old Tune. Now moving up. Who Why comes away in good order. Toward the rail, the last horse away is Oddington. They've been through the stretch for the first time. As expected, Old Tune has the lead 3 parts of a length. Who Why is close up today, second by a half. Toward the rail, Mystical Star is there third. Absolute Crackers is rushing up on the outside. Kaya One is there from between horses. Length and a half farther back to Oddington, down along the inner rail. Up on the outside, that's Appealing Cat. 1 length farther back, Allura Michelle. Tucked in from between horses, now racing along 8. Last Full Measure is there toward the rail. Stars to Shine on the outside, and Blue Heart is the traitor. A very compact field, 7 lengths from front to back as they settle for their journey up the backstretch. Old Tune has the lead. She's being shadowed by Millionaire Who Why on the outside second. A length and a half farther back, Kaya One is poised and ready to pounce third. Mystical Star continues to skim the rail, now fourth. Up on the outside, Absolute Crackers racing along fifth. Toward the rail, Forces of Darkness is now sixth. Still 3 furlongs to run. run in the Hillsboro. Old Tune has the lead. Who, why, on the outside second. And there goes Kiowan, now being set down for the drive, and she's traveling up smartly. They turn for home, 3/16 of a mile to run. Here comes Kiowan on the outside. Old Tune is battling back gamely. Mystical Star looks for a steam with an 1/8 of a mile to run. It's Old Tune, nursed along beautifully by Joel Rosario. She re-brakes and she'll take him start to finish and make every pole a winning one. It's a 3-horse photo for second. Forces of Darkness might have got up very close for second. The running time, 1:48.92.
And Old Tune up front early under Joel Rosario. A tremendous ride for another jockey who has been white hot over at Gulfstream Park. Got a little breather in the middle and then just drew off with some energy in reserve to return $5 for Todd Pletcher. Force of Darkness for Chad Brown finishes second, with Mystical Star third in this year's Hillsboro. Up next, the 33rd running of the Tampa Bay Derby, a race over the last couple of years, I'd say about 10 years, has grown in the national landscape, becoming a premier prep for the Kentucky Derby. And then this year, Todd Pletcher brought over his very, very exciting 2-for-2 Verrazano, who is 2-5.
He steps in. The field of 9 are at the post for the Tampa Bay Derby. And they're off. They're sent on their way in perfect order. Purple Egg wins the break. Verrazano moves up on the outside, the far outside. Falling Sky is looking to cross over. Park City is pinched back slightly in the last horse away. Is Long Shot Eaton Blue. To the clubhouse turn they go, and Verrazano is toward the rail, and Falling Sky, the Sam Davis winner, now going on with it. Verrazano is angled to the 2-path second. The undefeated local favorite Purple Egg is right there in the mix, racing along third. Up on the outside, Dynamic Sky. He's close up today and racing for it. 2 lengths farther back, the gray horse, Honorable Dylan, is toward the rail, 5th, 3 parts of a length. Then we go back to Park City, 6th. The gap of 3 to awfully fast, 7th. Eaton Blue is 8th, and far back in the early going is Java's War. They continue their run up the backstretch, and there he goes. Verrazano on the outside going to the lead. Falling Sky moves back with him now, second. From the outside, Dynamic Sky is third. Purple Egg is losing ground, 4th. Honorable Dylan is shaken up for run toward the rail, 5th, with 3 furlongs to run. Verrazano looks like he's on cruise control. Toward the rail is Falling Sky. 2.5 lengths farther back is Dynamic Sky. Then it's a gap of 5 lengths farther back. Awfully fast on the outside, and here comes Java's War. He's putting in a run with a 1/4 of a mile to run. Verrazano is still the leader. Falling Sky, Java's War, and Willie Martinez are flying on the outside. They're into the stretch. Verrazano, he's now set down for the drive. On the outside, Java's War is coming with a big run. Falling Sky is toward the rail, but down to the wire, it's Verrazano, and Java's War is charging late, but Verrazano passes a big test. He's a graded stakes winner now, on the wire by 2.5. Java's War with a terrific trip, second. Falling Sky was third. Dynamic Sky, Flondad, no excuses, 4th. Running time on the board, 1:43.96. Trackistar.
Verrazano doesn't disappoint for John Velasquez and Todd Pletcher, running very, very wide around the racetrack, sure to not get in any traffic troubles as best that he could for Johnny V. Verrazano, though, just dominated this field, was certainly not so sure how much was behind him, but Verrazano draws off to win by 3, pays $2.80, and if the popular mathematics is correct, has secured himself a starting position in the Kentucky Derby. Java's War at 32-1, coming from last to second. Falling Sky finishes third in the 33rd running of the Tampa Bay Derby. One stakes race to bring you from Gulfstream Park, formerly at 1.25 miles, formerly a grade 1 that had a couple of stops at 1 mile and 3/16. But now, the 1-turn mile, the 71st running of the Gulfstream Park Handicap. The Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Fort Larned, in here at 4-5.
And they're all in line. They're racing in the Gulfstream Park Handicap. And Fort Larned lost the jockey at the start. Fort Larned has unseated the rider at the break. The Breeders' Cup Classic winner is going to be running riderless through the field. Fort Loudon will take the early lead, with Discreet Dancer second on the outside, and Decaf again came out running in third, then Gourmet Dinner and Swagger Jack. So this is just completely not what we expected here. As the Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Fort Larned unseated the jockey at the start, and he's running about 12 lengths in front of the field, but riderless. Fort Loudon is the official leader here in the run up the backstretch. Discreet Dancer is second to the outside. Decaf again is third at the rail. And then Swagger Jack and Gourmet Dinner in a tight pack that went 47 and 1 for a half mile. Around the far turn, Fort Loudon. On the outside, Discreet Dancer. Swagger Jack third just outside of them. Gourmet Dinner is next, and Decaf again is the trailer as the field heads to the top of the stretch. And the Breeders' Cup Classic winner again, who unseated the jockey at the start, is about a 16th of a mile in front of the rest of the field, but riderless. As they come to the 8th pole in the Gulfstream Park Handicap, Discreet Dancer is the leader, and on the outside, Swagger Jack is second and Fort Loudon is third. As they come to the wire, Discreet Dancer and Javier Castellano officially in the Gulfstream Park Handicap. Over Swagger Jack, Fort Loudon, and Gourmet Dinner.
Well, they're off and you lose. Well, not if you like Discreet Dancer, who, to me over the weekend, the single biggest shock wasn't Fort Larned dropping Brian Hernandez out of the gate, although, boy, anything can happen at the racetrack. The fact that Discreet Dancer was 9-5 in the Gulfstream Park Handicap, draws off to win by 5 1/4 lengths under Javier Castellano for Todd Pletcher. Swagger Jack finishes second, with Fort Loudon third, and Fort Larned, who I don't think took 2 steps out of the gate, finishes last at odds on. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have action from Laurel and the fairgrounds.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at CapitalOTB.com, and live operators ready to take your call, CapitalOTB.com is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
It's really nice. It's really modern, open, bright, and there's definitely a lot more machines where you can make your wagers. And I like the fact that it's open. Anywhere I look, I can see football if I want to, or any of the tracks. Then I can also see the people that I've seen for many years. You feel comfortable. The staff is great. It makes you feel comfortable. It's a nice place to spend an afternoon on the weekend.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Turning our attention to Laurel, a 9-furlong dirt race for 3-year-olds. No points. The private terms with Mr. Palmer at 9-5 off a maiden special win, maiden special weight victory in his 6th career start.
And they're off. Mr. Palmer was last away. Luna Rock wears Dominic to the front. Battier is chasing on early into the first turn. They push, and Battier will settle right off the leaders now. Arrive. Here's Dynamic Strike placed in between horses. And about 6 to 7 lengths from the pace, 17:06, followed by Hanky Doodle and True Greek. And Mr. Palmer last has to pass them all now. Mr. Palmer about 11 to 12 lengths off the lead. And the speed of Luna Rock. Luna Rock well settled up front in at 24 and 2 opening quarter, leads at about 2.5 to 3 from Where's Dominic second. Battier third, 17:06 is racing in the 4th spot. And Arrive is next in 5th inside. Dynamic Strike is in the clear from 6 within 5 lengths of the lead. Another 3. Mr. Palmer is advanced a bit from the back of the pack. And Hanky Doodle and True Greek trailing 49 and 1/2 mile. So heading for the far turn, and it's Luna Rock and Sheldon Russell in charge of the pace out there. About a length from Battier second. Where's Dominic third? 17:06. Another 2. Dynamic Strike is called on for a little more run with Arrive on the inside. Mr. Palmer's ridden along. Mr. Palmer's about 7 from the front with 3 furlongs left to go. Dynamic Strike, Mr. Palmer, both under rides, and the leader now is Battier to the top of the lane. The 6 and 1, 13 and 3. Battier turns for home. Luna Rock is right there. 17:06 is next. Dynamic Strike. Mr. Palmer spun out very wide. Where's Dominic getting a beautiful run to the inside? Where's Dominic? Pimentel picked a spot 3 down to the inside. Where's Dominic? Mr. Palmer head and Battier in between horses. Mr. Palmer prevailing from Battier. Where's Dominic? Then 17:06 and Dynamic Strike. It's Mr. Palmer and Junior Alvarado to take the private terms by 4 in the line. Battier 17:06, and where's Dominic at Dynamic Strike?
Well, for Mr. Palmer, it might have taken 6 races against maidens, but only took 1 race in stakes action versus winners to score a victory. And Mr. Palmer, the 9-5 favorite, wins by 3+ lengths under Junior Alvarado. 4, Billy Mott shipping down from the Big 8. Battier finishes second at 19-1. And 17:06 finishes third in this year's edition of the private terms. Turning our attention down to New Orleans, we're going to have older fillies or mares. This is the New Orleans ladies. Believe You Can, if you can believe this, 1-20.
They're in the gate. They're off in the New Orleans ladies. Primo Star, Believe You Can. Young and Lovely dives toward the rail. Imposing Grace had a steady for a moment at her heels. Myriad in the black cap and Totally Tucker to the first turn. Believe You Can and Young and Lovely comes through inside of Believe You Can as they round the first turn. Believe You Can in front for Rosie Napravnik. Young and Lovely, Myriad between fillies, and on the outside Primo Star. Totally Tucker is running wide, but 3 from the front with 6 furlongs to go. Imposing Grace trails. It's 7 lengths or so from leader Believe You Can to Imposing Grace in last. The opening quarter in 24 and 3/5 seconds. Believe You Can leads with 5 furlongs to go. Believe You Can by a length to Myriad. On the outside is Totally Tucker. Primo Star in the leading quartet. Young and Lovely is 5th and 3 from her leading teammate Believe You Can at the half-mile pole. Imposing Grace is last. The half-mile for Believe You Can. 48 and 3/5 seconds as they enter the turn. Believe You Can in front of Totally Tucker. 3 furlongs to go. Primo Star third being ridden. On the outside, there's Imposing Grace, who now gains ground into third. Believe You Can, Totally Tucker in front. Imposing Grace now a clear third from Primo Star. Then Young and Lovely and Myriad as they come toward the top of the stretch. Believe You Can first past the quarter pole. She went 3/4 in 1:13 and 1. Believe You Can leads Imposing Grace by 4.5 lengths into this final Fairgrounds furlong. Totally Tucker, Young and Lovely on the outside. They're coming inside the final 16th in the New Orleans ladies, the class of Believe You Can. And here she is, Believe You Can, handily by 5 from Imposing Grace. Young and Lovely third, Totally Tucker fourth, then Myriad and Primo Star. Believe You Can in 1:44 and 2/5 seconds.
And I guess if you like horses at 1-20, Believe You Can never gave you an anxious moment under Rosie Napravnik, coming off of her victory in the Tiffany last on Groundhog Day when she won by 10. This time she wins by nearly 6 lengths for Larry Jones. Now 4 for 5 lifetime at the Fairgrounds, having only lost the Rachel Alexandra last spring. She returns $2.10. Imposing Grace finishes second, with Young and Lovely third in the New Orleans ladies. Now we'll go to sprinting on the dirt at the Fairgrounds in the Duncan Kenner Stakes at 1-5, Delani.
And they're off in the Duncan F. Kenner Stakes. Gantry broke smartly. Sukasa G. Casa nearest the inside. There's Amanacer de Oro going out toward the front, and Delani on the outside. It's Amanacer de Oro, quickly taken on, though, by Delani and Gantry right there up between horses. Ghost is clear as only 3 from the front with the black cap riding the rail. On the outside is Sukasa, G Casa, and Hero of Order trails, but it's a close-knit field as they enter the far turn. The first quarter, 21 3/5 seconds. Stakes caliber pace here with 3 furlongs to go. Delani looms just in front of Amanacer de Oro with the rail. And just off them is Gantry. Sukasa, G Casa being ridden to pick up from 4th. Then Ghost is clear. Hero of Order last to make the top of this fairground stretch. Delani's in front. Half mile 44 2/5 seconds. Delani leads Gantry by 2.5. Nearest the inside, Amanacer de Oro. Ghost is clear. Then Sukasa, G Casa. Final 16th, it's Delani. And Delani's been on fire. Delani now a 13-time winner. Delani at 1-5, won in 1 minute 8 1/5. Dazzling Delani seconds. Gantry was second, then Ghost is clear, and Amanacer de Oro. Delani wins in New Orleans again.
Well, the chalk players had a great weekend down at the fairgrounds. Delani, very powerful under Rosie the Provic for Maggie Moss and Tommy Amos, was 3-5 on the morning line, going for 5 in a row. Wins by 4.5 emphatic lengths, returning $2.60, just 1 tick off the fairgrounds 6 furlong track record. Gantry finishes second, with Ghost is clear third. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have action from Oaklawn Park and Golden Gate Fields.
Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
I've been coming here for well over 30 years to the OTB, and I think this is an outstanding facility. Probably comparable to something you'd see in Vegas. They have the big screens there, and then they have the auxiliary screens for, watching all the tracks. And the primary tracks of the day, they'll switch to the big screens, which is ideal for most of us race guys. We like to see the big races on the big screen. Well done.
The Capital OTB Handicapping Challenge Series is back. That's right, the 2013 Capital OTB Handicapping Challenge Series is back, and it's your chance to win thousands in cash and prizes and a seat at the 2014 National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. This month's contest is the Turf Hop on April 6th. So sign up today online at capitalotb.com or stop in at the Clubhouse Racebook. And don't forget our Showviver series, Capital OTB's online handicapping contest.
Turning our attention to Oaklawn Park for a couple of Saturday afternoon stakes races. Up first will be 3-year-old fillies going a mile and a 16th in the Honeybee Stakes. And West Point Thoroughbred sends out Flashy Gray at 2-5.
She's back in. And they're off. Flashy Gray breaks out smoothly, but it's Rose to Gold sprinting up on the inside to take the lead. Sister Ginger is up close, as is Broken Spell, sitting at the bar, 5th through the opening furlong. Flash Forward immediately guided off the rail. Then Liberty Girl and American Sugar trails. Around the first turn, it's Calvin Burrell and Rose to Gold dictating the terms. They lead it by 2 lengths to heavily favored Flashy Gray in second. Broken Spell, Sister Ginger side by side, 3rd and 4th, about 3 lengths off the lead. It's another 3 back to sitting at the bar, followed by Flash Forward, then Liberty Girl, and American Sugar is at the back. 12 lengths covers the field, 5 furlongs from home. Rose to Gold, uncontested up top, leads by 1.5 lengths. Flashy Gray is tracking her from second. Sister Ginger clearly into third. Broken Spell on the inside, Ask for More fourth. Sitting at the bar, 5th, about 8 lengths off the lead. Flash Forward inching up outside of her, then it's American Sugar and Liberty Girl. Into the far turn, Rose to Gold cruising along up top, still maintains a 1.5 lengths lead. Flashy Gray has to get after her now in second. She's within 3/4 length. Another 3 lengths back. Flash Forward has made steady progress into third. Sister Ginger under pressure, not responding. Sitting at the bar on the outside of Broken Spell as they reach the top of the stretch. Rose to Gold joined by Flashy Gray, but Rose to Gold is very tough on the inside, and she's going on willingly. Flashy Gray fully extended, not matching strides with Rose to Gold inside the final 1/8 mile, and Rose to Gold streaking home in front by 2.5, and she will win easily in the Honeybee. Rose to Gold, wire to wire. Flashy Gray second, American Sugar from last into third, Liberty Girl fourth.
But it is Calvin Burrell on Rose to Gold, putting the pedal to the metal, making every call a winning one. A comfortable lead on the backstretch on the turn, draws off to win by 2 3/4 lengths, returning $12.60. The 2-5 favorite, Flashy Gray, finishes second by 10 lengths over American Sugar in this year's Honeybee. Up next, older horses in the handicap series down at Oaklawn Park, the 54th running of the Razorback, and Alternation, making the first start of 2013, swept the three-leg series last year 2-1.
Favorite Alternation makes his return from the outside. And they're off. Brethren is sprinting out, as is Golden Ron, who gets a reminder and goes right to the front. Do No Harm, San Pablo, one from the outside, extreme outside, Alternation. Adigan moving through along the inside with Cyber Secret. Those two moving third and fourth. Adigan is very ranked through the opening furlongs today. Then it's Raison d'Etat, who's about 10 lengths off the speed, Najar, and Ride the Lightning at the back. Golden Ron shows the way by a length and a half. Brethren second, Adigan and Eager third, Cyber Secret is in fourth. They're followed by San Pablo fifth, about 5 lengths off the pace. Alternation just outside of him. Then it's Do No Harm, followed by Ride the Lightning, 9 lengths off the speed. Najar on the inside of Raison d'Etat. They're heading to the half-mile pole in the Razorback handicap, chasing Golden Ron, who's been there throughout, leads by 2. Adigan a joint second inside Brethren. Cyber Secret is racing in fourth. San Pablo on the outside of him has 5 to make up. He's followed by Ride the Lightning, Do No Harm. Alternation has lost some ground. He's 10 lengths off the leaders. Inside of him, Najar. And then it's Raison d'Etat midway on the far turn. Golden Ron still there by a length and a half. Cyber Secret now moving boldly after him. Adigan on the inside. And Brethren is in between horses as the field turns for home. San Pablo has 8 to make up. Golden Ron is the leader, chased by Cyber Secret on the outside. Adigan is at the rail, and then Brethren, they're a furlong from the finish. Cyber Secret trying to get to Golden Ron. Adigan on the inside is running on strongly as well. These three line up. Golden Ron tenacious. Cyber Secret on the outside, and Adigan. Cyber Secret, Golden Ron. Cyber Secret puts his nose in front. Cyber Secret wins the Razorback. Golden Ron was a giant second. Adigan finished third. Brethren fourth.
But it is Cyber Secret, ladies and gentlemen, going out for Lynn Whiting and Robbie Alvarado. Owner, Charles Sella, who I believe is the owner of Oaklawn Park. They score by a head, returning $16.40. First stakes win, including the, at Oaklawn Park. Now 4 for 6. The only losses were last year in the 3-year-old series in the Rebel and the Southwest. Just Cyber Secret, just a gutsy wearing down of Golden Ron, who finished second at better than 26-1. Adigan finishes third, and the 2-1 favorite, Alternation, checks in fifth. Time to go up to Northern California, one stakes race to bring you at Golden Gate Fields. It's the Camilla Urso Stakes with English Royal, 8-5.
Racing. Hiding in plain sight, not the best away. English Royal commences quickly, hiding in plain sight now, zooms along the inside and burns them off. I'm Tops getting up a joint second with Madoff with the money. Rowdy Gal splits that pair running fourth. Sweetly Peppered is fifth. English Royal out wide, 4 lengths off the lead. Distinctive Yoli's back second last today after leading last time. And at the rear, Kathy's Crunches. They're past the half mile, covered by 8 lengths. It's hiding in plain sight on a length and a half lead from Rowdy Gal, who splits I'm Tops and made off with the money. I'm Tops is inclined to lug and defends English Royal rather wide. English Royal skirting around the outside goes up fourth, followed by Distinctive Yoli outside. Sweetly Peppered, Kathy's Crunches with 7 lengths to make up. I'm Tops travelling very poorly, drops back a clear last. Hiding in plain sight, the thirst for home, a length and a half made off with the money. Sweetly Peppered the rail. English Royals down the outside. Distinctive Yoli putting in about 150 yards to go, and hiding in plain sight is disappearing. Hiding in plain sight, well, she's the only one-time winner in the field, but she's run them off their legs. second, Distinctive Yoli with Kathy's Crunches third, made off with the money fourth, then Sweetly Peppered and English Royal, Rowdy Gal, and they were clear of I'm Tops.
And hiding in plain sight, ladies and gentlemen, scores the victory for Mike Pipey, returning $10 even. Distinctive Yoli finishes second, with Kathy's Crutches finishing third. English Royal, the 8-5 favorite, finishes sixth under Dennis Carr in the Camilo Urso. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have action from Santa Anita and the Big A.
Hey, race fans, head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, an amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook is the better choice. No matter where in the world you are, the excitement of wagering on live horse racing is just a click away. CapitalOTB.com offers live streaming, free past performances, analysis and selections from professional handicappers, and a simple, safe, and secure wagering platform. And best of all, it's surcharge-free. CapitalOTB.com, the better choice.
And turning our attention to Santa Anita for perhaps the premier race of the weekend, 3-year-olds in the mile and 16, San Felipe, Flashback, your even money favorite.
All set for the San Felipe. And away they go to a good beginning. Golden Sense broke beautifully, and Golden Sense goes straight to the front. Saludos Amigos wants the lead, though, and Saludos Amigos sprinting up on the outside. Here the Ghost settles in third, and Flashback is the grey tucked in down at the rail. Cochise on the outside. Those five go very quickly. Omega Stars back in sixth, gives them 5-length start. On the inside of that comes Carving, and last a long, long way is Tis a Minister. They head on to the backstretch now, and Saludos Amigos went very fast, tries to slow them down, but Golden Sense having none of that, and Golden Sense has taken a hold of the bit and keen to go on now. Golden Sense goes on to lead them. On the inside we have Saludos Amigos. Flashback is on the far side. They are being followed by Cochise in the fourth spot, and then we come back to Hear the Ghost. Carving being ridden along a good 8 lengths off the leaders, then Omega Star, and it's another 7 to Tis a Minister. Into the far turn they go, and Golden Sense along the inside, and Flashback. Those two now pass the 3/8 together. Two favourites kick on with it. Golden Sense at the rail. Flashback breathing down his neck in second. Saludos Amigos is back in third. In behind that comes Hear the Ghost. They come into the top of the lane now. Golden Sense on the inside, and Flashback. They are nose and nose as they head for home in the San Felipe. They shoulder to shoulder too. Homeward bound now, and Flashback takes the advantage. Flashback in front, Golden Sense running his heart out along the inside. Tis a Minister coming like a rocket on the outside, and Hear the Ghost flying. Hear the Ghost, Tis a Minister coming flying. Hear the Ghost gonna get up. Hear the Ghost gets up in the San Felipe. Hear the Ghost wins. Flashback second, Tis a Minister a fast finishing third. Golden Sense Swiss fourth.
And after a very, very intriguingly run race, Hear the Ghost, making the third career start, first time rooting, first time in graded stakes, sat a perfect trip, a perfectly timed ride for Corey Nakatani, for Jerry Hollendorfer. They returned $13.80 for their score in the San Felipe, also securing 50 points in the Kentucky Derby, just about securing a spot in the field should they like. Flashback, perhaps not Julian Leparoux's finest moment. I think he and the runner would have been well served by staying tucked in on that first turn, gotten a little education, but it wasn't to be. Tipped out, pressed the strong pace at 22-4, 45-4, 109-4, and gutted it out to the end. I mean, just a tremendous race by Flashback in defeat. And how about Tis a Minister? Folks, if you like looking at the chiclets in the bottom of the screen, the number 6 chiclet wasn't on the screen until the top of the stretch for Garrett Gomez. They finished second. And the second choice in the wagering, Golden Sense, finishes fourth, the San Felipe. Be intriguing to see how many of these runners come back for the Santa Anita Derby, and even more intriguing to see how that race is run. Also on Saturday afternoon's card, we're going to go to the turf for the 3-year-old fillies going a mile in the China Doll. Sirac, 2-1.
And away they go. From the inside gate, Magnificent Shoal broke well, but doesn't want the lead, is taken back. Bird Lover does want the lead, and Bird Lover kicks away to lead them. Going up to race second, a Sky High Gal. Wittgenstein settles in third. Sriracha is right there in the fourth spot. Magnificent Shoal is now back in fifth. Ciao Bella Luna in the gold cap is 5 lengths off the leader. Flashy Ways on the outside of that. Racing in right behind that comes A Kiss for a Rose, who's giving them 7-length start. In behind that, we have Hidden Motive. Down at the rail comes Solan. Then we drop back to Pussycat Lips, who's back second last. 9 off these leaders, and All Golly Molly's the trailer. Down the backstretch they go, and it's Bird Lover showing the way at a sensible pace. Right there in second, a Sky High Gal. Wittgenstein's in third. Magnificent Shoal right there at the rail, and Sriracha's in the fifth spot. Just gives them 4-length start. In behind that, we have A Kiss for a Rose. Ciao Bella Luna's in there too. Flashy Ways on the far side. They followed by Solan, who's 7 lengths off these leaders. Secret Motive in behind that. Pussycat Lips is back second last, and All Golly Molly the trailer. They are coming to the top of the lane, and Bird Lover still the leader now, taken on by Magnificent Shoal. Sky High Gal on the outside. A Kiss for a Rose. Wittgenstein in there. Sriracha on the grandstand side. Coming for home, and Bird Lover's kicked away again. Bird Lover's opened up to lead by 2. Chased now by Magnificent Shoal. But Bird Lover's digging deep and finding more. And the more they asked, the more Bird Lover gave, and she wins it well. Bird Lover wins. Magnificent Shoal second. A Kiss for a Rose was third. Close then for fourth, maybe Flashy Ways.
But Bird Lover makes every pole a winning one under Edwin Maldonado. They return $22.80 on a turf course listed as good at Santa Anita. Doug O'Neill sends out the winner, who really didn't show in the form a propensity for making every pole a winning one. Magnificent Shoal, an offspring of the terrific runner and broodmare Fantastic Shoal, finishes second. And at 99-1, ladies and gentlemen, A Kiss for a Rose finishes third in the 10th running of the China Doll, finishing fifth, your favorite at 2-1, Sirac. Sunday afternoon, we have fillies and mares sprinting 6.5 furlongs at Santa Anita in the Las Flores Stakes. Teddy's Promise coming off of the Grade 2 victory in the Santa Monica, your 4-5 favorite.
And away they go to a good beginning. Teddy's Promise goes straight to the front, with Shamoose now joining her. Sugar in the Morning shows good speed on the outside. A gap of 2 back to Rumor in the 4th position. Now there goes Distracting, making headway on the far side, and Bella the Hall last, but only 5 lengths would cover the lot. They run past the 5/8, and Shamoose now takes the advantage, a half a length to Teddy's Promise. Sugar in the Morning. Distracting's going to have to go 4 wide. At the rail comes Rumor, only 3 lengths off these leaders, and then a gap of 4 back to Bella the Hall. Into the turn they go. Shamoose is now taken on early by Teddy's Promise, and Teddy's Promise can wait no more. Teddy's Promise now kicks for home. Shamoose on the inside. Sugar in the Morning third. Rumor is right there too. Rumor going to come after Teddy's Promise, then Distracting. They're at the top of the lane now, and Teddy's Promise has opened up to lead by 2. Rumor now looms the danger from second. Sugar in the Morning, Shamoose. Homeward bound now, and it's still Teddy's Promise on the lead. Gets a tap on the shoulder. Here's Rumor now to take her on. 2 classy horses battling through the lane together, but it is Rumor who's doing the better of the 2 on the outside. Rumor puts her head in front. Teddy's Promise tries to re-rally, but Rumor's got her. And Rumor and Mike Smith have won the last race. A very game run from Teddy's Promise. Had to settle for second. Shamoose finished third.
But Rumor scores the victory, running down Teddy's Promise. Rumor having exited a 6.5 furlong stakes down the hill at Santa Anita, scores the victory for Mike Smith, who has just been so terrific the last couple of years. You almost think late in his Hall of Fame career, maybe riding better than he's ever ridden before. Richard Mandela sends out the winner, Rumor, who scores the first graded stakes W of the career. Teddy's Promise finishes his second at odds on. Shamus third in the Las Flores. And wrapping up this week's action, we had a 3-year-old stakes on Saturday afternoon at the Big A. The Capicella Stakes with Clawback 3-4.
And they're off. Number 2, Tenango, just walked out of the starting gate and trails the field. Whiskey Romeo and Rubies and Pearls are heads apart in the early going, and Clawback is right behind in third. Malay down on the inside in fourth. Weekend Hideaway races in fifth. It's almost 5 lengths to the 2 trailers, Tenango and Silver Morgan. Whiskey Romeo leads by 3/4 of a length after an opening quarter mile in 22 and 4/5 seconds. Clawback is now going up to challenge. Whiskey Romeo by ahead. Clawback right there in second. Weekend Hideaways on the far outside. Rubies and Pearls alongside. Malay down at the rail in fifth. Break of 3 to Tenango, and farther back is Silver Morgan as the field comes for the top of the stretch. It's Whiskey Romeo and Clawback, and the 2 of them are heads apart. The half went in 45 and 3. Clawback on the outside. Whiskey Romeo at the rail, and Clawback's now in front. And here comes Malay now on the outside. Clawback and Malay. Malay takes the lead from Clawback. Tenango moves into third. It's going to be Malay, and he's 2 for 2 in his young career. Malay takes the Capicella. Close for second, Clawback or Tenango. Then it was Silver Morgan.
Malay scores the victory. Now 2 for 2 off through the victory in the maiden special weight debut. Kieran McLaughlin sends out this winner for Shadwell. They return $13.40 under Eddie Castro. The longest shot on the board, Tenango, 57-1, finishes second. Clawback, coming off of the victory in the Jimmy Wickfield, finishes third as the 3-4 favorite. That wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses. We invite you to join us next time as we review the stakes racing from around the country.